Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Calm the Destroyer right here, and yeah, I just wanted to make a video about the Tekken anime.
I'll never forgive you, Father. You'll pay for this injury, the way you scarred me. Who's there?
So basically, in 1997, Tekken 3 got released in arcades to critical acclaim. And while the console version was still in development, the team at Namco decided to release a Tekken anime, probably to ride the wave of the Tekken 3 arcade success and to hype up the console release. And this is something to keep in mind if you watch this movie. The Tekken lore at this point was only Tekken 1 and 2 and 3, which wasn't much, you know. The story and the characters weren't as hashed out as they would be later on. This infamous Tekken movie was released on January 21st, 1998. It was released in Japan as a two-part OVA, or original video animation, and in America and other Western countries it was just released as a full-length feature film on VHS and later DVD. It was met with bad reviews. Critics didn't like it, anime fans didn't like it, and Tekken fans did not like it either. It was criticized for its animation style, its story, the voice acting, the music, and pretty much everything was not liked. Many people even saw it as like a bad attempt at replicating the Street Fighter 2 movie, which came out a few years before that. The story is loosely based off the first game, with elements of the second and third game in it also. I don't really want to spoil it for anyone who decides to give it a watch, but basically, in the beginning, Heihachi throws Kazuya off a cliff when he's a kid to kind of like to test him, because he thinks he's like this weak, lighthearted kid, and he wants to see like how strong he is and if he could survive, and if he can survive, he's like a real Mishima, you know. Yeah, he throws him off the cliff. Jun sees it happen and tries to go down there and get him, but she doesn't find him. And yeah, Kazuya has to sell his soul to the devil to survive. And 16 years later, Heihachi is hosting the King of Iron Fist tournament, and Kazuya joins to seek revenge. And there's also the side story of Jun and Lei Wulong joining the tournament to investigate the Mishima Zaibatsu. Jun recognizes Kazuya and tries to talk him out of killing his father, and you know, all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah, this movie is a little darker than the Tekken games. There's blood and gore. Dinosaur eats Anna. Kazuya almost murders Michelle. Lee blows himself up. You know, it's all kinds of crazy stuff in this movie. And with it only being an hour long, it comes off as like this big mess. And yeah, I apologize, I spoiled a lot, but whatever, man. You probably won't watch it. But for me personally, I like the movie. I mean, like, if you're going to watch this movie as like a serious movie, and you're expecting it to faithfully follow the story of the first three games to like a T, with a well-written story, you know, cameos from all your favorite characters, you're probably gonna hate this movie. But if you just go into it like knowing that you're about to watch this cheesy 90s Tekken anime and you're not really taking it seriously and you're just looking to laugh and have fun with it, you probably like it, man. It's like a good cheesy 90s like anime cartoon, and I like it, man. You know, I had fun with it. You know, I prefer this movie, this Tekken, the Tekken motion picture. I prefer this over like the two live movies they did. Even Blood Vengeance, man, I like this way more than those movies. I don't know, I'm probably in the minority. Probably a lot of you guys watching this, you know, if you watch any of those, you probably like, disagree with me, but I don't know. I'd rather watch this than those. I mean, I get why people don't like the movie. You know, it's not a good movie, but one reason I don't get why this movie gets picked on is like the story. Like, doesn't follow the story of the first three games, which is something like I never got, because like Tekken's never had a cohesive story. It's always been like this big mess. Like, you know, have you not played Tekken 7? Like, it's never really had a good story, and it's never even been faithful to its own story. Like, even the story that those first three Tekken games had, like later on they're like retconned and changed around. Like, Kazuya originally, like, he sold his soul to the devil, and then like later on he was born with the devil, and then later later on, like in Tekken 7, like his mom, like originally like the Devil Gene like skipped a generation, and then like in Tekken 7, like his mom actually gave it to him because she's from this cursed tribe or something like that, and married Heihachi just to curse the Mishimas or something. You know, it's just, story's never been straightforward, man. The only game that had a good story in the series was Tekken 4. That had a great story. That's the game that got me into Tekken. I love the atmosphere of that game, and I wish they kind of would go back to that in Tekken 8. You know, they probably won't. Probably gonna be like the silly hokey mess, and that's okay, man, because I kind of only played Tekken for like, because it's just a really good game, man. You know, tons of fun, man. I love that. I love Tekken, man. But yeah, this movie's bad. I'm not trying to defend it. All I'm saying is that if you don't take this movie seriously and you just watch it to laugh and like have fun with it, you might like the movie. But yeah, even though this movie was a flop and it didn't do much to hype up Tekken 3, the console version, Tekken 3 was released on PlayStation 1 2 months later on March 26, 1998, and April 29th in America and September 12th in Europe. The game went on to become one of the highest selling games for the PlayStation 1 and is one of the most influential fighting games of all time. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this movie. Probably most of you guys probably don't like it. If you've seen it, if you haven't seen it before, go check it out. And it's tons of, for me personally, I think it's tons of fun. Lots of stuff to enjoy in the movie. If you don't like Tekken at all, you probably won't understand what's going on. You probably hate it. But like, if you're a Tekken fan, you've never seen it before, go check it out. And yeah, tell me what you think of the movie. Do you like the live action movies more? Do you like Blood Vengeance? Is Blood Vengeance the best Tekken movie? Let me know your thoughts. Give my other videos a watch. If you like those, if you like this video, subscribe, give it a like. You know, yeah, Calm the Destroyer, and I'm out.